Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to get started on the Mezco Hasbro, because it's Hasbro licensed, so I guess I'll just throw the name in it. But more importantly, the Mezco 112 Collective Destro from G.I. Joe. And man, when I tell you I'm excited for this, uh, it's an understatement. And that's mostly because this guy is fun. He is straight up, like, it's menacing. It's a big old shiny ball head. And more importantly, I feel like I want to add a little regal cape to him. Mostly because that collar is popping. And I wouldn't be surprised if I found, Destro at a 3-6 Mafia concert. Like, he just understands those things that are just really good in life. Being a crazy arms dealer. But yeah, I really, really like this toy. It brings ambiance. He's a thick boy, in case you don't know. Like, I got him on a little side silhouette, but I added some colors to the background so you can see that he is a wide boy. But he is flexible. He has still that G.I. Joe presence to it. It's a great modernized version of a dude in an armored, like, tactical suit. And it just goes to show you, like, it's wild. And we'll get to it, like, literally. But if you've read any of the G.I. Joe comics, you know just how ridiculous, like, but also wildly fun the G.I. Joe stuff is. So let's start by going over our look. We're going to talk about our boy as he, now I got him standing straight up, looking right at you. Let's align our belt a little bit. Now look, this is a dude that has, like, he chooses by choice upon his family line to wear a metal mask down to the neck. So you know how crazy that is, right? It just really just sounds crazy. But this dude really is dope. If I could just get a nice good look on that sculpt. Look at this. It's probably one of the way better crazy nice head sculpts that you'll get. That it's crazy how good this is. This is like our classic frowny face Destro. Eyes and everything, right? Our collar is hard plastic, but what's crazy is, right, even the chest is hard plastic. But watch this. No mobility is lost for the man in the iron mask because the neck is a separated piece. So this is, like, truly exciting that we get that articulated bit, right? As far as our arms go, hitting the T pose, slightly hitting a slightly Y pose, right? We have arm movement that rotates. We also have bicep swivel as well. We have a little bit of gauntlet movement as well to help you get, like, right across. Then we have a double joint. Now, depending on how and where you bend, let me put that away. Sorry. Depending on how and where you bend your double joint, you'll get, like, a little bit more than 90. Or if you rotate it up, you get a little bit closer to the face. So just be aware of that. We have classic styled wrist pegs, right? As far as our waist goes, right? We have beautiful forward ab crunch. And I mean really, really nice forward ab. Ooh, change our focus. Come on, focus. Don't fail me now. We have a beautiful forward ab crunch. Then we can still tilt to the side, right? Look at that. My man is swimming in reticulation. Swimming in it, right? Literally lots of movement. Now, our belt gets a little bit, it leaves some room. Same thing for here. It leaves you some wiggle room so that way you can maneuver around and move it around. If you want to perfectly align it, I would suggest you bend, get the forward to come down, and then wiggle it back across these lines on the backhand side. This will allow you to get it as low and sit as well as possible, as you can see here. On our gauntlets, we have our removable piece that will allow us for our effect parts. I'll get to that later. And then we also have a flip-up visor here on our left wrist. As far as our leg articulation goes, we can hit the 90 degree with no issues whatsoever, right? We have a beautiful double joint. We have a thigh swivel. So my man could just, pop the leg up if he needs to. A little bit of boot swivel as well. And for once, I feel like we have that real nice balance on the... Ooh, my focus is going crazy in these streets. We have a beautiful ankle pivot for Destro, right? We can almost get both feet flat, but for the most part, we actually have a lot of room for Destro to have beautiful reticulation. It's not a G.I. Joe classified in terms of movement, but it might be a little bit better in terms of the look and what we got. But you know what? It doesn't matter because we can mix and match and have some fun. I really, really like what they've done with this Destro, which has a nice little bit of the Mezco modernization, but also still feels classic in a way. So for those of you that are enjoying the G.I. Joe line, this is going to be a great addition for you. And it's actually really, really quite exciting because I didn't know what to expect out of this. Now, we are going to jump into the accessories, and this is where we get to have a lot of fun. So let's get to that. All right, now we're going to talk about our accessories. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to talk about our head sculpts. We talked about that one beautiful one there, but then we have like the classic art style head sculpt, which I love this. It feels so 2D, it's ridiculous. You even see that he doesn't even have like his regular eyebrows. I'm not sure if he, if you get what I mean, but it's funny because it's metallicized. Whereas on this one, you kind of can see the black eyebrows. But yeah, this is fun that they added that nice classic sculpt to it, I should say. This is real like 80s comic art style, and I love it. Then this is probably my favorite one. It's not as ridiculous as in the promo art, and I'm actually okay with them toning it down. I wasn't a fan of the over grin, but this grin head with the raised eyebrow is a perfect sculpt in my opinion. I didn't like the prototype one, but I like this one a lot more. This sculpt is perfect. Like, for real. Like, no matter which angle you put it at, it just looks like this is comic art. Like, ooh, so good. And everyone knows I love the G.I. Joe stuff, so this is why this is a really big deal for me. Like, I love it. Now, I know we talked about that forearm blaster, so we're going to remove this top tab. And then we're going to talk about his effect part. For that, you'll get this beautiful effect part. The micro missiles that shoot over. I really wanted this to be like one of those things where it was like he could be ambidextrous with it and use both. But I don't mind one either. As you can see here, easily holds up. It's lightweight. It's not one of those things that is going to cause a major issue on your figure. Looks really solid. Looks really good. And it reflects light really, really well. So, always a plus in my book. Really, really nice. I had to pause so I could change the focus. Get you a second to focus in on that. Looking really good, right? Let's pop that off. Then over here, you'll see we have our waist. Not waist holster. We have our leg holster. Mine's a little loose. I'm not little frustrated with that. I was gonna say a little angry, but that's not true. I'm a little frustrated with it, and the reason why is because mine had a small issue. The tabs don't tab in perfectly. I didn't open up my second one yet, but it's nothing I can't fix. But I just want to talk about it for transparency reasons. That you didn't, because if I had modified it, you probably wouldn't have believed me anyway. But it was frustrating in the beginning. But everyone knows I have bad luck with tabs. But to let you know, you will get two types of side holsters that can be swapped out. You will get one for your SMG and one for your pistol, right? And here's our pistol one. I took out the magazine to show you guys in a second. So here's the one for your pistol. Slides in with literally no issues. And looks really, really good. My autofocus is crashing right now. I may have to get a new camera soon. But yeah. And then you have one for your composite SMG. Now I'm actually going to take this apart off camera so I can show you the add-ons for it. I also removed the magazine from that one. But this one allows you to... Ooh, I put it in upside down. So you can actually place it in there with no problems as well. This will make sure that even if you have like the scope on top, you'll be able to just pop it in. It looks really, really good, right? So you'll have options with that. Now, let's back you up. Let's talk about some of our other big guns. We'll do the hands last. You'll also get his necklace, or pendant, I should say. I haven't even gotten a chance to take this out. I was just too excited. Let's actually try to... I'll come back and revisit this. I don't want to open up that on camera. I don't want to waste your valuable time, right? So then we have our big gun here. We have our rifle. And with Destro being an arms dealer, I feel like this is perfect for him. This brand new rifle style. You also get a large magazine to pop in there. Let's make sure the bullets are proper. There's a porthole to still add Mezco effects in there. I left one out just in case we can show each other. You can see Mezco effects fit in there just fine. Same goes for all the other weapons. right? And you will get a magazine for each one. So as you can see, I've taken the magazine out. We're gonna just pop this in. Look, slides right in with no issue. And didn't even catch that on camera. I'm a little disappointed in myself. And we have the one for the SMG. Now we're going to build our SMG. Actually, let's not build our SMG. Let us talk about the fact that the SMG comes with its own case piece and all its parts. So that way, if you wanted to, you could actually store it inside of the suitcase. Oop. And there I go breaking it without paying attention because I was too excited trying to hold two items at once. Let me fix this. And this is what I get for being excited, y'all. That's my fault. There we go. So we have the Cobra insignia here. And then we can store our build a gun, I should say, inside. So here we are, starting our build a gun inside. We can take this out and we have a swappable part in case you want to deal other types of weapons. As you can see, we have missiles, we have C4. I'm gonna guess that's some sort of small nuclear device, maybe a thermite bomb. I'm learning all these new terms, but yeah, best part about it is battery powered. Look at that. Left button turns it on, right button turns it off, on, off, on, off. Again, goes right in the case. Flip it closed, flip your handle up, be on your way. And that's what I call packing heat. Now, let's talk about our Build a SMG, right? This is it bare bones, not even a magazine inside. It looks like a normal pistol, but it's actually a small SMG. Well, in terms of G.I. Joe terms, right? I'm not sure if it's actually based off a real weapon, but there are two different types of magazines. There is your really tiny magazine. I'm going to pop in here. So this is your small magazine. Then you also get an extended magazine, a larger magazine. Right? If you wanted to, you can add your scope. Please be careful when popping the scope in because it's a one down tab. So please be careful. Here's our scope on it. Then if you wanted, there's also a grip with a silencer on the front. You can actually remove the silencer. You slide it across. I mean, not the silencer. You can remove the handle. So if you want to build it with it, you just pop that along. So now you have this version of it. Last but not least, you can add the buttstock. And I believe this is to handle recoil. And you line it across the sides. And here we have it with our Build-A-Gun. Our handle can swing left and right in case you're left or right-handed. That way, you know, when you want to shoot your red and or your blue lasers, you have something popping for it. And yes, it still has the port for effect parts, just in case, you were wondering, because it does still fit. Now, we're going to take a small break because I do need a sip of water, and we're going to go over the hands. All right, as we continue our accessories, we're going to go over our hands finally. So you will get a ton of hands. This is where it gets a little crazy. So you get a nice set. Here we have our briefcase and other item holding hands. These come open and they are soft and flexible. So that means you can just open them up as you see fit. I like the backhand side of it, showing those silver, those knuckle dusters and this silver gauntlet piece. Really nice. Here you are with a set of trigger hands. So that way you are ambidextrous out here in these streets. You're covering yourself on all ends. It helps when you're an arms dealer. Then you'll get a second set of trigger hands. These will be for if you have a smaller weapon, larger weapon, depending on your variety of what you want to do. You'll have that second set. Then you will get a set of these are your unique hands. This is going to be, you get a left pointing hand and an open action hand. I'm assuming this is for looking like Destro, Claws of Tyranny and all that. Then you will get a set of open action hands. Looking really solid. I like the paint job on these. Nice mixture of paints. Gloss, matte, metallics. And, let's talk about opening up this pendant. I wanted to do it off camera, but I took a sip of my water and jumped right back into it. So if you judge me, it's my own fault. I mean, I get it. I don't script these kind of things. So we're gonna take out our pendant, see how this bad boy looks on him before we even get to the photos. So that way, if you missed out on Destro, you can still get a chance to order it, right? Hopefully, I get this out in time so you have a chance to order it. So here we are with our little pendant. Blood Diamonds by Destro. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, but that was funny. So here we are. We're going to pop it on. Yeah, I feel like it sits at the perfect height and fills in that gap on the chest. Yeah, this works for me. It fills in the height, covers the gap on the chest, looks really good. I think my chest came a little bit with a little spackle, if that was supposed to be like chest hair, or if that's just paint spackle, but I'm going to keep it covered with the pendant, so I'm totally here for that. Ooh, yeah, I like Destro. Arms dear. But anyway, I hope we get a Baroness out of this, just to go with Destro. So now we're going to jump to a size comparison. So let's get a bunch of G.I. Joes out. So, you know, it'll be like 10 minutes for me, 2 seconds for you. See you later. All right, now we're on to the size comparison. I think the first thing that I should compare to is obviously the classified Destro. Yeah, let's do it. This one is the retro carded one. And as you can see, Destro is technically a big boy in the classified line, and I feel like the Mezco sits right up there with it. The proportions are different, but they definitely are close enough, if not to the same height, which is good. It's pretty promising when you want to compare it to other stuff, so it looks good. Before I go any further in the line, I do want to point out that if you are curious, for those of you that are, right, I bring out my regular classified Destro, and I'm going to pop a Mezco head on there because it actually does fit, which is crazy. I didn't think it would, but you could just gently just squeeze it on the neck pegs, and you'll see that it fits on there. It looks a little big, but you know, it does work. In case you want to hit those angles, y'all. Those angles. Right? Next up, we're going to do Baroness. No glasses. No glasses. Team, she can see. She got surgery. Right? So here we are with the Baroness. And I feel like those two will sit along and look really good together. Right? Especially as Destro's a bigger, wider dude. It just gives you that nice comparison of the two body types. Next up, we have Cobra Commander. Just in case you want to do that classic Cobra Civil War stuff. Right? So here we are with Cobra Commander. Next up, we're going to do some Joes. Oh, no, we're actually not. We're going to do some Cobra Contractors. So here we are with Major Blood and Zartan. So here we are with Zartan. And Zartan is actually a big boy in the classified line. And here we are with Major Blood. And I don't know what is with me and my ankles on my stuff, but man, these guys never can just stand still. There we go. So yeah. Like I said, I feel like Destro will fit really well with classified. It just, in my opinion, it works. Next up, we have some G.I. Joe. So here is Outback. Here we are with Flint. So yeah, I really do feel like this works. And last but not least, I'm going to use Slaughter because he's a slightly bigger body. Just in case you want to see how that rounds out. Forgot to add his hat though. So, yeah. And Slaughter is bigger. He's a big boy. Next, we're going to do some G.I. Joe Classified. Oh, no. Sorry. We're going to do some Valaverse. I already said G.I. Joe Classified. Right? Here we are with Mezco Ichigo on a Gomez body. So, yeah. I feel like we're really hitting a nice height stride here. Height stride. I know that sounded weird. But yeah, I like those choice of words. Here we are with a Fush Ninja. In case you want to add some ninjas to the game. Here we are with SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Kuga. Little boy. We're going to do Marvel Legends Cyclops. Hi, Ichigo. How you doing, bubby? Ichigo just came in the room, y'all. Alright. So here we are with Cyclops. And then, last but not least. Yeah, he's trampling on over everything. Here we are with a Mythic Legions. So yeah, I feel like we're in a nice place right now with our first release of the GI Joe Mezco stuff, and honestly, I couldn't be more excited. After seeing Roadblock at San Diego, I didn't get a chance to really see Destro, but having Destro in hand makes me very happy for where we're going with this line, and I really hope it continues because I love GI Joe, I love the classified line, and now I'm gonna love the Mezco stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of fun for me, personally. But again, I just hope this helps you decide on what you want to get. Um, so please enjoy, take whatever information you can from it, and I hope this helps you. But most of all, take care of yourself, take care of others, and most of all, be good, do good, and drink your water, guys. Later.